Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading today. We're going to do a Celtic cross and kind of get a handle on what the situation is, what the challenge is, what the advice for it is. And then at the end of the reading, at the end of the Celtic cross, we're going to pull a self-care card and a mantra card. So the self-care card is something you can do this week for self-care, and the mantra card is something you can remind yourself of throughout the week to keep yourself on the right track, okay? But let's get started with the Celtic cross and find out what is going on for Virgo. Beautiful, gorgeous Virgo. Virgos are typically the most beautiful people, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's see what's going on for Virgo. I find the Empress comes out a lot in Virgo readings. I feel like Virgo is the embodiment of Empress energy. But let's take a look here. Okay, so first card is a situation, the Star. So what are you hoping and wishing for, Virgo? What are you hoping and wishing for? Because it's something you've been hoping and wishing for a long time. I can see that. I absolutely love this Star card in this deck. This is a Light Seers deck. By far, like out of all of my tarot decks, the most beautiful Star card. I just love it so much. What are you hoping and wishing for? Something. Let's take a look at the other cards, see if we can figure it out. So the situation is you're hoping and wishing. The two is the challenge, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. You're waiting for something to show up in your life and it's taking its sweet time. Whatever it is that you're waiting for is coming towards you, absolutely, at a freaking snail's pace. And you're just over here like, okay, when is this going to show up for me? Anytime now. I've done all the work. I've done all the things I'm supposed to do. And like, when is this thing going to show up for me? It's coming. I promise it's on its way, Virgo, okay? It's on its way. Just be patient. Because he's not even wearing any shoes. Like, how fast are you traveling with no shoes? Oh boy. Okay. Third one, root cause. So the cause of this situation. Oh, this is another card I really love in this deck. Okay. The cause is the Queen of Swords. She's sitting there thinking. And the Queen of Swords in every deck is a thinker. And she does this in a healthy way, usually. But in this depiction of the Queen of Swords, we see a little cup here in the corner. I don't know if you can see that. And it's it's like a full cup, which represents like her heart chakra, love in her life. And it has these bars. It's like in a tiny little jail. So it's like your heart is in this tiny little jail cell, which is not good. That's not where we want our heart to be, right? So whatever you're wanting to show up here, for some of you, it's going to be love. For some of you, it's your person for sure. It's not for everybody, but for some of you, it's your person. For some of you, it might be I just got somebody who's going to save you. You're waiting for somebody to come save you? Baby, you don't need anybody to save you. You're going to save yourself. We don't wait for somebody to come save us. But I do completely understand this energy I do completely understand it. Especially if you have been single for a long time and put in the work to healing all your past traumas and stuff like that, and getting yourself to like a happy, healthy place by yourself. You know how everybody always says, and I think this is BS, by the way, but just for the sake of, everybody always says you have to love yourself first before somebody else can love you, or you have to be okay and whatever before you can find somebody to be with. And even though I don't necessarily always agree with that, I feel like you have done that. You have put in all the work to yourself, and you're just kind of sitting here and you're like, okay, like I've come so far. Maybe you've been, like waiting for whatever this is, this person, this whatever you have been waiting for a long, like years. And you're like, okay, I've spent all these years, doing all this good work on myself, and this thing still hasn't shown up. Why has it not shown up for me? That's the vibe that I'm getting off of all of this. And that's a tough place to be. It is a tough place to be, especially when you have put in all the time and effort and the work into getting yourself to a place where you're ready to receive what it is that you want. And then you're still just kind of waiting around for a few more years, like, okay, is this ever going to happen for me? So I get it. I totally do get it. It's a tough place to be. I get it. So our fourth position card is the recent past with the King of Pentacles. So I think that this is... Okay, I'm getting two energies off of this card. So one, yes, more of you working and getting yourself into a position and a place where you're ready to receive whatever it is that you've been wanting and hoping and wishing for and waiting for. The second thing is if this is a person for you, if this is love, like you've been waiting around for a few years, I think some of you could have been like dealing with somebody recently that you thought could have been your person. But I also do, just the way this card, like it's coming through to me, don't settle. And I think that that's what you almost did. I think that somebody came along recently, or throughout the time that you've been waiting, somebody came along and you thought, okay, I could make it work with this person, or I could make this thing work. Like, it's not 100% what I want, but I can make it work. Like, nobody's perfect. Nothing's perfect. I can make it work. But there was something not right about it. And I think that even though you put a little bit too much time or energy into this person, place, or thing, whatever it was, than you should have, you did eventually realize that, like, no, this isn't exactly what I've been waiting for. And good for you. Absolutely good for you, because so many people in this world drink poison because they are thirsty. And it never, ever turns out good for them. It never turns out the way that you want it to. Like, people just say, like, oh, like I want to get married, I want to be with somebody, so they'll marry, like the next person who comes along, and it's like, oh, well, nobody's perfect, but they've chosen a partner that, like, now you're with that person forever, and or whatever. And like, their morals and their values might not line up with yours, and that causes a huge... you're going to feel alone. Why would you want to be with somebody when you feel alone with them, right? So whatever I think that you dodged a bullet here in the recent past, which good for you, because it honestly is better to be alone or not have the thing if it's not exactly what you want it to be, because you deserve the best, especially Virgos. You deserve the best. You give your absolute best to everything that you do, and you deserve the best. Okay, don't forget that. So our next card, number 5, is the near future. We have Justice. So the pendulum's gonna swing. Things are going to come more to your side. I feel like they've been unbalanced for a long time. I think that you've been giving for a long time and not receiving. And life isn't always fair. The universe isn't always fair. And I get it. I do. We've all been there. I just hang on, okay? Because the scales are going to balance out in the future here, okay? So you just keep hanging on. Okay, beautiful Virgo, you just keep hanging on. Number 6, what you need to know is the Page of Swords. So something's going to change. There's going to be an idea. You're going to have an idea if this is not a person. You're going to have an idea that'll lead you to the thing that you want or get you closer to it. If this is a person for you, something's going to pop up. Maybe you're going to go to you're going to be invited somewhere that you usually don't go, or you're going to like take a different route home, or you're going to show up to a place that you normally wouldn't go to. And that's when things are going to change for you. Okay? So something new is popping up here for you. That's what you need to know. That's what you're waiting for. Is you're waiting for the pendulum, the pendulum to swing. That's what that is. Okay, 7, hopes and fears. The Empress. Oh, I think that maybe for some of you, your biological clock is ticking. Don't worry so much about that. And for others of you, I think that you just feel like you have so much to give, so much love to give, so much passion to put into a project, like whatever this situation is for you, you have so much to give and you feel like you don't have anywhere to give it to. And I'm going to tell you right now, give it to yourself. Give it to yourself. Like if you wish you had somebody to snuggle and watch movies with, or to go out and do cute dates with, or whatever it is, go do those things by yourself and do them the absolute best that you can. Not that you wouldn't do that because you're a Virgo and everything you do is the absolute best. Go do those things for yourself. Treat yourself is what this is saying. Treat yourself, okay? Give those things to yourself because, yeah, you do have a lot of love to give. Okay? And if you don't have that thing or that person or whatever right now to give it to yourself, please. All right, next card is the external influence. You got the 4 of Cups. So I think that like energy breeds energy, right? We must never ever forget that. Like energy attracts like energy. So the more, and I see you, boo-boo, okay? I see that you have put in the work to not be this. I get it. But there still is some of this lingering energy of you just kind of sitting around and like, well, why can't I have this? And why do other people get this and I don't have it yet? And just not being satisfied with your life. Try and let go of this. Okay? Try and disconnect from this whatever way you can. If you have people around you who are like this, spend less time with them, okay? If you have people who complain a lot, even though they have, like a roof and food and everything that they need to be comfortable and happy in life, but still all they do is complain, disconnect from that energy. I can see that you've put a lot of work into yourself so that you're not that person anymore. And congratulations, that's amazing. Good for you. But if you're still surrounded by that energy, get away from it, okay? I mean, I get it. If it's like your family or whatever, or people that you work with, you can't always fully cut them out and never be in the same room as them again. And I totally get that. But try not to spend so much time, you know what I mean, with people who are in that energy, okay? Next one. advice. The Magician, I love this. The Magician is one of my absolute favorite cards to get as the advice, because the advice is it's all within you. Everything you need is to create whatever you want in your life is all within you. So I think that like this, if you can disconnect from any of those, that's all that's left here. I think that's keeping the pendulum from fully swinging in your direction. Is there some of this lingering energy? Okay, so if you disconnect from that, put all the love and stuff into yourself, okay, that is fully being the Magician. And you're capable of that. You can do that. Okay? Last one in the spread. We got the possible outcome, the Four of Swords. Take a rest, okay? There's going to be, I'm not going to lie, like I wish that I could sit here and tell you that like whatever it is that you're waiting for to show up is going to show up tomorrow. It isn't. It isn't showing up tomorrow, but it is on its way. Don't forget that, okay? It's on its way. Don't give up. Don't get into the negative energy, okay? Pour all the love into yourself. Get that cup out of its little jail, okay? And you just rest for a while, and you just keep doing you, keep doing all the good things. You know what I mean? And that thing will show up eventually. Just gotta take a little rest first, okay? Life isn't always, it's so funny the way life is, you know, like even though people are deserving of these things and they're putting, you know, sorry, I'm just getting over being sick. Even though, you know, you've put all this time and energy and love into yourself and making yourself the best version of yourself that you can be, it still hasn't shown up yet. And I totally get like how heartbreaking that is. I do. But it is going to come for you eventually. Like your time to, even if you're the last one on the list, your time to shine will come, okay? You just never forget that. So before we go, we're going to pull a self-care card first. Okay? So this is something that you can do this week to take care of yourself. Okay? And that's a very important, and it's important for everybody, but especially for you considering the Empress energy, okay? So what can Virgo do this week to really, really take care of themselves? Read. Oh, I love that. Okay, so you know those books in your Amazon cart? Buy them, girl. Press checkout. Get the books. If you've gotten them and they're just sitting on your bookshelf and you haven't opened them yet, read them, okay? All the books that you've gotten yourself or that you haven't gotten out and gotten yourself yet, that you've wanted to read for self-development, go get those books and read them, okay? What better way to pass the time? Okay, get yourself a little treat, get yourself a little snack, whatever, and maybe a nice new fuzzy blanket, and read those books that you have been meaning to read, okay? Is there something in there for you? There's something in that book, in those books for you, okay? All right, final card is going to be a mantra card. So this is something that you can tell yourself throughout the week, a mantra you can keep repeating to yourself throughout the week to kind of keep you on the right track, keep you positive, keep you in a positive mind state, okay? So Virgo's mantra for the week. Virgo's mantra for the week. Beauty. Well, isn't that fitting? Because you are the most beautiful sign of them all. Beauty. Today, you are a curator of beauty. You are blessed with moments that let you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that all is well in the world. How beautiful is that? I love that for you. So you just keep on keeping on, Virgo. I think that that's exactly what this reading is telling you. You've done amazing work. Keep doing it. Don't lose faith. Whatever it is that you're calling in is on its way for you, okay? Okay. I hope you enjoyed the reading with me today, and I will see you in the next one.